Uh, it's a big platform for me. And doing live for you for the first time, I'm a bit nervous too. Hello, guys. Pinkle here from Pink Luscious Baker. And today I'm going to show you egg-free, uh, gluten-free brownie recipe. So basically, I'm not a person who have been into this. I'm not an expert of gluten-free recipes, but yeah, sure. Because the fact we all know is these days more and more people are becoming food intolerance, and I too have my clients who have this problem of intolerance. So that's why I have also started doing some experiment with these gluten-free recipes, and I have come up with one or two recipes which I'm doing right now with you guys. Hope you will also like it. It's a simple and delicious recipe, and you can recreate in your kitchen. So shall we start?
Yeah, Pinkle, we have forcibly muted everybody until the end of the session.
Okay,
Uh,
that's great.
yeah, okay.
Fine.
Just a second. A reminder, we're going to share the recipe again. It's right at the beginning of the chat. In case you haven't seen it, we'll send out the recipe again.
So guys, recipe is up. You can see that, and definitely I'll tell you all the ingredients here as well. So what say we should start, I guess, and try to not to share this somewhere else, and try to mute your microphones, and try to just switch off your camera as well. So without delaying, I think we should start this. So I just show you all the ingredients I have here. So guys, we have 100 grams of rice flour, 100 grams of jawar flour, and 200 grams, or you can say half tin of Milkmaid, and we have 75 grams of butter, or you can say 1/3 cup of butter. Then we have chocolate. Then this is 200 grams of chocolate. I have mixed both milk and dark chocolate because my kids don't like dark chocolate, and so I'm using both today. Otherwise I use only milk chocolate here for my home purpose. And then we have half cup of walnuts, mm, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and half teaspoon of baking powder, and vanilla essence. I'm using Fab vanilla essence, and we will be needing water here. That I have given the boiling water, but it won't work boiling water. It was my mistake. I wrote boiling water. We need just a warm water here, and some butter for greasing my tin. So let's get started. I'll just take this aside. We'll just mix first our chocolate and butter both together. I'm using double boiler. I'm not using microwave because मुझे microwave थोड़ा कम पसंद है use करना, so I try not to use microwave. So I'll be using this double boiler to melting my butter and chocolate together. So let us wait for a minute so that our water get warm. It's already hot, I guess. So I just switched it off because it's good hot enough. On this, I'm mixing this butter along with the chocolate here and melting it together. I'm starting with this melting because we have to then cool it down completely. So I want my chocolate and butter to be done first, melt first, so that it will be easy for me to get some time for greasing and mixing, so that this will cool down meanwhile.
Pinkle, I think you need to tilt the position of your camera a bit.
Just a moment, I'll do that. I think this is better.
Yeah.
So I'm just melting my chocolate and butter together. See guys, take care. We don't need to give it so much heat. Just melt it half of the chocolate on double boiler and melt half of it at your countertop. Because if you heat your chocolate too much, it will get burned, and that's what we don't want. So it is just a small tip that you take half of the melted chocolate in that and melt half of it on the tabletop, so that um, you won't burn your chocolate, or and it will get melted with the heat on the tabletop. So I'll show you just a moment. So it's almost done. I show you. So here we have. So guys, it has chunks. Hope you can see that, or you can see it now, right? So I'll just try to melt it in this chocolate itself with the heat of that chocolate, which is melted already. This is the easy procedure, and you can always melt it in microwave as well if you want to. But I avoid using microwave, so I'm using this. This is almost melted, but I think I need it. I need to heat it a little bit more. So I'm keeping it again on my double boiler. Keep stirring so that it will melt evenly. Don't let it burn. And these days, people doing a lot of recipes with this, I guess, gluten-free recipes. People are doing too much, and they are getting expertise too. But I think it will take little time for me. But this is my favorite recipe, which I use for my family, because not because, just because it is gluten-free or I need it. I actually try to avoid maida and try to give different type of flours to my kids to have it, because instead of maida I do try whole wheat. I do try I have tried with bajra flour too. So but with the bajra, I mean with jawari and with rice flour, it has come out really good. It's tasty, it's delicious, and my kids have it and didn't even complain that it has a different kind of taste. So I just loved it. So here I have melted all the chocolate, and I'll just put it under the fan to cool it down completely. So here goes my chocolate. Now our next step is to grease our pan. So I'll tell you how to grease our pan. It's actually easy, but still, I guess few people, those who don't know, I would like to tell them, because I guess few beginners also have joined. So for the brownie, I try to take room temperature butter to grease my pan. So you have to grease it well. Grease all the four sides and bottom. This will help your parchment paper to be in place. So I'm doing with brush, with the help of brush. Those who don't have brush can do it with their fingers as well. So it's the easy procedure I have done. And now we'll just put a parchment paper. Guys, there are so many ways to put a parchment paper. Some says that you should use two papers, like two rectangles to hang out, which hang out from both the all the four sides. But what I felt, I got this tip from Sonaldi, and this is, I guess, really a very good tip. I just take my parchment paper bigger than what we call bigger than my tin, 2 inch bigger than my tin. And what I actually do is I just see this and I have cut a bit. Now I'll cut rest of it in front of you so that you will also come to know. So what I do is take 2 inches extra paper from all the four sides, and you just do like this so that you will get a crease here, all four sides. And when you get this crease, all the four sides, what you can do after that is, just give me a moment. You will get a guide that here till here you have to cut. Can you see this crease? We have a crease here, this crease. So what I do is I just fold it 2 times, and I have a guide here, lines. So I just cut it from here, and this is the way I feel this is the easiest way to prepare your brownie pan. No hassle at all, I should say. This is the way. I'll just remove this, and you are ready with your parchment paper, which will go in your brownie pan. So here I just put it inside. And because of that butter, it will help our parchment paper to stick at the place, and it won't go anywhere. And you will get the sharp, good, nice walls. I think it's a little bit bigger, but we can manage, I guess. So, and it's done, guys. See, it's done. It's easy. I just love this, the way we use this. I used to struggle a lot before this. मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आता था how people can spend so much of time. इतना लंबा पहले पार्चमेंट यहाँ से काटो, फिर वहाँ लगाओ, फिर उसको पूरा सेट करो. Sometimes वो सेट होता था, sometimes it didn't set. So that always make me feel so bad कि शायद मुझे आता ही नहीं है. Am I so dumbo? But after I got this tip, believe me, guys, I'm making more and more brownies after that. So now let's see. We'll just start with our mixing of ingredients here. We'll take a bowl and start mixing our ingredients. So here's our rice flour, 100 grams of rice flour, 100 grams of jawar flour, and here goes our salt, And here is our baking powder, half teaspoon of baking powder. So we'll just sieve it, all the dry ingredients. Sieving is always important. It's always better to do this sieving for making it little light, aerated. And whatever extra, I actually use Himalayan pink salt, so it always have a little granules, so it is there inside. So I always try to sieve so that we won't get the granules there. And I'll just mix it, just give it a good mix. And till now our, let's see, check our chocolate if it is about to reach the room temperature level. So I'll just try to mix it a little more so that it will come down, temperature will come down soon. Now as I have written boiling water in the mix, in the recipe, guys. That's a mistake. It should be warm water. It shouldn't be boiling water. So please correct it while you make it. Or you just write down a note so that you won't forget it. So it's almost room temperature now. So I think we can go ahead. Give me a moment. Yeah, guys, so now we'll mix Milkmaid. We are not using sugar in this. Instead of it, we are using only Milkmaid in this. So we will, after it is completely cooled down, I'm mixing this 200 grams or half tin of the Milkmaid here. I use Nestle. I actually love it. And most of the time, if you see, bakers use only Nestle. But if you don't get Nestle Milkmaid, you can go for Mithai Mate as well. So here we'll mix it well. Mix it till it will incorporate nicely in the chocolate. Hope you can see this. So it's mixing and getting little thick because of Milkmaid. Guys, this is mixed very well now. And now I'll mix warm water in this. No, okay. We'll mix vanilla first, and then we will mix our dry ingredients, and water we will mix accordingly. How much we will need at the time of mixing, we'll see the batter consistency, and then we will mix the water according to the consistency. So now I'll mix all the flour in one go. Guys, do not overbeat it. Do not overmix it. Always try to use cut and fold method. And brownies, you should never overmix. So here I have warm water. Along with this, I'm pouring half of it, 1/4 of water first, so that at the end we should not mix it so much. Try to do cut and fold method. Once you go around and then come back, this is called a cut it from the middle is called a cut and fold method. So always do it gently. Always take care not to overmix brownies. That is most important step. So it is, the flour has little lumps. Okay. So I'm just trying to, I forgot to sieve the flour here. So it's a big mistake. So I'm getting these lumps in the batter. Because of that, we shouldn't get, I'm adding little more water here. And I try to use my hand whisk, so that we can just try to break these lumps. I'm trying not to over mix as well. So guys, take care. I just forgot to sieve it nicely, I guess, or no, I have done once. I think I had to do twice or thrice, and shallow, but still it can survive. It has mixed well now. It is much better. So we have got a smooth batter. So always sieve twice or thrice, because these millet flours are always on a heavier side. They don't have a light texture as maida, as corn flour. So always take care. As I told you, I'm not an expert, but still learning. And my oven is on preheating mode. For 180 degrees. And now I'll just, where's my pan? Yeah. Pour it in the brownie pan. Guys, I think I have written 8 by 8 inch tin, but I have taken 7 by 7 inch tin. So it depends. I like little thick brownie, but if you want to have a little not thick one, thin one, you can go for 8 by 8 inch as well. Sorry. So just even it properly. Even the top. So you can see this shiny top because of our butter and chocolate. See guys, I have used 3/4 of half cup. if you can see water, I still have water in this. So it depends how much your flour absorbs your water. You have seen the consistency. It was not runny. It was thick consistency. So we want a thick consistency, but still it depends. Sometimes someone's flour absorbs more water. Someone's flour absorbs little less water. So it's always depends on the flour, how much water you will be needed. So be careful and whenever you make it. So I'm using walnuts here, half cup of walnuts from a brownie. You can use almonds, you can use choco chips, you can use chocolate chunks, whatever you like, hazelnuts, whatever you like. Endless options are there. It depends what your kids love to have. You can use that, or else if you love to have something else, you can use that as well. कभी कभी अपने लिए भी treat होनी चाहिए, right? I guess you people will agree with me on this point. So our brownie is ready. So we'll just put this brownie in the pan, in the oven. And meanwhile, I actually have made one more brownie yesterday to show you people. Give me a minute, guys. I'll just clean the mess here, and then I'll show the brownie which I have made yesterday to show you how to cut. Actually, people get lots and lots of queries when I take cake classes as well, that how do you people cut the brownies? It is very simple, but I don't know, people get difficulty in that. So I have made a brownie yesterday for you all to show you how to cut the brownie. Just a moment, guys. I'll just get my brownies. Guys, I have used Van Houten chocolate, pure chocolate. I try to use pure chocolate instead of compound and all, because I don't like to use compound because it's not healthy, as we all know. So I have used Van Houten dark and Van Houten milk chocolate both together. As I have told you, my kids don't like dark chocolate at all. So here I have my brownie, which I made yesterday. It was in the fridge since yesterday late evening. So I show you, just give me a minute. So here is my brownie. So yesterday I mixed all my walnuts in the batter. I did not sprinkle on the batter, but I mixed in the batter. So you can see the walnuts here inside. So these are walnut chunks. And to cut and to have a clean, sharp edges, I always use a good chilled brownie. I don't cut it within an hour or immediately after you remove it from the oven. Just give it a time, let it cool down completely in your tin, and then you keep it in the fridge for at least 3 to 4 hours or overnight. I repeat, 3 to 4 hours or overnight. I try to keep my brownies overnight in the fridge to get the clean and sharp edges. You can do it within 3-4 hours as well, but I like this way so that you can get a good, nice, clean, sharp edges. And here I have a bottle of boiling water. Okay, guys, I have a boiling water here. With this, in this, I have a knife dipped in that. What I actually do is I dip my knife in my boiling water and then wipe it, and then I give a cut to my brownie. So I'm holding that cloth because the knife is very hot. So can you see this? I think you're able to see the clean, sharp edge of the brownie, right? So this is a secret tip of mine. Hope this will help you. I know many of you may know this before, not a big deal. So many are big bakers here, but still this is for them who are not into baking since long and who don't know this. So this is how I cut my brownies. I'll just move it around and then dip it again in the boiling water and wipe it again to get the brownies good cut in squares. See, same way you can use this cutting method in your regular brownies as well. Wipe it again and cut it. So here you can see two things. Sharp edges. Sorry for calling it again and again. Maybe I'm more obsessed with the sharp edges. Being a cake decorator, I like to see sharp edges. So that's why maybe. And if you see here, it is dense. It is good densed brownie, what we actually want. And when you have a bite, you'll come to know how delicious it is. You cannot see the texture now because we have cut it with that hot knife. So it will take little time to get that texture back, maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, hopefully. And we are till now we are done with the brownies. Hope you all like the session. And is there any queries, or do you want me to tell something?
No, there are a lot of queries, Pinker. Let me start. Okay. So 1 second. I'm just going to scroll backwards to up. So this question is from Asna. How do we check whether the brownie is baked or not? Can we use a toothpick check as in cakes?
Yeah, that is the way you check the brownie, but there is always you have to follow the rule. I must say that for brownies, when you check the brownies, they must, that your toothpick must get few crumbs on it. Like it should be baked around 20 to 30, uncooked around 20 to 30%. It should get little few crumbs, not your toothpick should not come wet out of the brownie. It should get only few crumbs on it. This is the way how we check the brownies, and your brownies always get baked even after you remove it from the oven. So you should remove it early, little early. You should not wait to get the clean toothpick out of the brownie. Hope this is clear.
Yeah. So this question is from Preksha. The consistency of the brownie looks like a fudge slab. Does this work with gooey brownies as well?
I guess for gooey brownies, you need little more chocolate in that. This is looking like a fudge slab as of now. As I have told you, we have used that boiling hot water to cut boiling hot water to dip our knife in it. So because of that hotness, that cut, you are feeling that cut is sorry, you're feeling that piece of the brownie is looking like a fudge, but it is not. Believe me, it will take little time, but it will settle down. Like it will come to its original texture soon.
Okay. The next question is from Amol Joshi. In OTG, do you use both rods or lower only?
I use both the rods with the fan, and I bake it on 180 degrees. But still, I will suggest everyone has their own oven and it has their own way of behaving ovens. So always check कि 180 पे आपका कितना जल्दी कितना चलता है, like कितना hot होता है. You should always see that.
Okay. A question from Asna. Can we use complete milk chocolate instead of dark chocolate?
Yes, yesterday the one you are seeing is from the complete milk chocolate. As I told you before twice that my kids don't eat dark chocolate at all. So here what I use just because to show you people.
Okay. So this question might be repetitive because you've covered, the settings and stuff. So if it is, then we move on. So this question is from Biba. Settings of convention in microwave. How do you place the tin? I mean, with rack or without rack?
See, as I have told you, I don't work with microwave, so I actually don't know it should go with or without my rack. I guess it goes with rack only. The lower rack you get along with the microwave, it should go with that. I guess so.
Okay. Next question is from Atika. Can we use walnuts inside the batter?
Yes, I have used exactly same inside the batter, which I have cut just now.
Okay. And are the walnuts toasted?
Yes, you can toast, but mine were not. But yes, you will get the good taste and aroma and crunch if you toast them.
Okay. Can we use, instead of Milkmaid, can we use sugar? And if yes, what is the quantity?
See, I have used hung curd and brown sugar once when I was experimenting on this recipe, but I was not happy with the texture. So I can't comment on this. I can't suggest you how much sugar, because if you are using sugar, then you will have to omit this Milkmaid. So instead of Milkmaid, you will need something else also to bind it.
Okay.
So I don't.
Yeah. And so the next question is from Preksha. Is the chocolate compound or couverture? Also, does the proportion of anything change if you're using just the dark chocolate?
Proportion, it I guess the amount of cocoa butter changes, and couverture is always good to use for your health for anyone. Compound I don't recommend at all, so I don't work it, and I don't have that much knowledge about chocolate because I don't work so much with the chocolate. Uh, if I say I don't have that much knowledge to tell you to what proportion it has. So I think I should not answer on this.
Yeah. Can you also, I mean, you showed us the packets, right? So can you
Right.
just show it to us again, if you don't mind?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So here's the milk chocolate, Van Houten. This is again this is a Calibo product, brand of Berry Calibo. And this is, here we have dark chocolate packet. And it is 55% cocoa. It has.
Okay. Can we use ragi flour instead of jowar flour?
Yeah, you can use, instead of jowar flour, you can use ragi flour as well. But then again, as I have told you before, I have mentioned it that all flours behave differently. So you'll have to adjust the quantity of water in that. So be careful and try and let us know too.
Yeah. Next question from Preksha. Has the rice flour been prepared or is it store-bought?
It's store bought. I don't do that much work. I'm sorry.
This question is from Sharmeen. I think you covered by saying, I mean, this is related to the size of the tin you are using. You said you
I have
use
used,
7 by 7.
yeah, 7 by 7. And this is the thickness which we get from 7 by 7 tin. And if you use 8 by 8, it will be little thinner than this.
Okay. There are some more. Just bear with me. I'm filtering out because there's some repetitive questions. One second. Okay, Pinkus.
Yes, yes.
These are questions from Facebook. Uh, Mahua Purvar is asking, what is the replacement for Milkmaid?
As I told you before, I can't suggest you because I have experimented this. I haven't come up with any sort of substitute right now. As I've told you that I have used hunkered and brown sugar instead of Milkmaid, but the texture was not that good because it was not holding itself. The piece of the brownie was not holding itself. So I cannot suggest you, but if still you want to know how much I have used, I can tell you that I have used 105 grams of hunkered and 145 grams of brown sugar. That was the proportion I used. And if you want, you can try, go ahead and let us know if it will work for you.
Okay. And can we make it egg-based too? This question is again from a Facebook user, Pragna.
See, guys, I am not the one who uses eggs. I am pure vegetarian, so I have never used eggs. So again, I'm not the right person to answer this because I don't know how they behave and how much they should go in a brownie.
Okay. This question is from Purvi. What should be the consistency of the batter?
As I told you before, this is like it should be thick, but not too thick. And not very ribbon type consistency also. You don't need it for the brownie. It should be little thicker than that.
Okay. And how much time do you let it for bake? We may have covered this. Again, this question is from a Facebook user.
Around 30 to 35 minutes, but still, as I have told this also before, that every oven behaves separately. So you should know your oven, and according to that, after 25 minutes, keep checking, keep an eye on your brownie, keep checking with your skewer, and I think that will be that is there with where you know when you can take out your brownie.
Yeah. And so this question is from Neeti Gupta. Give tips on serving brownies, whether it's warm or cold, and which type of sauces or ice cream.
See, it's always your choice, but still, my kids like to eat warm, and I don't serve with the sauces, but you can go for the Hershey's chocolate syrup, or you can make chocolate syrup at your home. You can use 1:1 ganache, warm ganache on the brownie, and then you can serve it along with the vanilla ice cream with choco chips, with walnuts, with almonds, whatever you like.
Yeah, and
You can make sizzling hot also. If you have sizzler tray, you can use sizzler tray along with the chocolate sauce and ice cream.
Okay. So the next question is from Kamal Khatri, a Facebook user. What if the brownie is still soft and a little uncooked?
Yeah, we need little uncooked brownie, because brownie shouldn't be, if you like cakey brownie, then it has to be properly cooked. Otherwise we need brownie to be little uncooked. Like as I told before, it should be uncooked around 20 to 30%. Few of the crumbs should come out with your skewer, and it actually bakes in the pan also after you take it out from the oven.
Okay. And butter, is it salted or unsalted?
I have used unsalted. If you want to use salted butter, you can skip the salt from the ingredients.
Okay. So this question is from Geetanjali. Half tin of Nestle condensed milk is not 200 grams. So we should you take 200 grams or half the tin?
See, I have measured many a times, like since 4 years, I'm using Milkmaid of Nestle. It's always give me 200 grams both the times. So, but you can use measuring scale, and you can use 200 grams of Milkmaid if it is not exactly 200 for you. I mean, not half tin for you.
Can you, yeah, again, they're asking suggestions for gluten-free flour options. But if you think we've covered, we can move on.
Yeah, I have covered, and I have told you, as I'm not an expert in this field, this is not my strong suit or forte. So I cannot suggest you many things here. And I don't want to misguide anyone here.
Okay, well done. So in terms of yeah, if we this question is from Nidhi, if we keep brownie in the fridge, then will the brownie not get hard?
Yes, it will definitely, because it has butter, it has chocolate, it will get hardened. So we need that to be in the fridge to make it little hard to get the sharp edges, sharp cuts, clean cuts. And after some time, you can keep it outside for an hour or half an hour to get it to the room temperature, and then you can have it. Or else you can microwave it, or you can heat it on the double boiler to have it. It will be softened again.
Will the brownie be cling wrap while refrigerating? Uh,
If you want, you can, but I have never done, and I don't see any problem in my brownies ever till date.
okay. Just a second, Pinkle. I'm again.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Till then, I'll also take a sip of water.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is from Abhilasha Podar. Do you put parchment paper in your baking tin before pouring in the batter?
Pardon, I missed your question, I guess.
Do you put parchment paper in your baking tin before pouring in the batter? I guess, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I have covered this. I have shown how to put the parchment paper, how to grease the pan, and then only I have poured my brownie batter.
Yeah, I'm just going to check if there are any more Facebook questions. And so this question is, yeah, I mean, can you clarify a little about different types of brownies? Um I don't know if that question is clear enough. Uh,
I don't know. We do get gooey brownies, which are very dense and a little bit sort of liquid you could feel in your mouth. Those are called gooey brownies. Some are cakey brownies, which are more like cake, not dense, not gooey. and some are fudgy brownies. You feel the kind of mouth feel um, in that brownies. I know only 2 3 kind of brownies because I'm not so much into brownies. I know only these 2 3, and if you know some more, just tell me. If I can explain, I'll try to do that.
Okay, thanks, Pinkle. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't have any more questions, and we bring it to an end. Just before, we thank you and stuff, I just want to remind the audience that tomorrow's session is from Anjali Tamde, and it's between 5 to 6 p.m. and it's a paid session. She's going to teach the art of freehand painting on cakes. It's a very nominal fee of 250 rupees, which is all going towards the PM's charity fund because of this COVID-19. Please do attend, and there are a lot of techniques that she's going to teach. Another thing, Pinkle, you had about 250 viewers,
Wow.
both on Zoom and on Facebook. Well done to you.
Thank
Um,
you.
and so could
I guess
you
I'm good
also
number.
let, yeah, could you also let the audience know how they could follow you and, reach out to you in case they have further questions?
Yeah, sure, sure. I have a Facebook page on the name of Pink Luscious Baker. So you can follow me there. If there are any queries, you can always post there. I have an Instagram page too, and its handle is also again a Pink Luscious Baker. You can post there as well. If you have any queries, I would try. I will. Sort out all your queries, how much I know according to that. And do check my work if you like it. Just let me know that too.
And please do post brownie pictures with Pinkle once you bake them. I'm
Yeah,
sure she,
I would love to see them.
yeah. And another thing is, I've deliberately avoided questions on pricing. There were questions on pricing as well. Like
Mhm.
we've always been saying it in different sessions, pricing is quite independent, and
Yeah,
you need to calculate the how much it goes in terms of the ingredients, the time or effort you've spent on it. It
yeah.
varies from city to city, so yeah, I don't think that's a question that we would
That's
want
what is very
to
subjective kind of thing. We cannot actually calculate the ingredients. Like if I'm using pure chocolate couverture and another one is using compound, the price of only chocolate will different, right? So we cannot comment on this, I guess.
Yeah, and like we will be coming up with a demo on pricing calculator for the ones that have bought the pricing calculator from us. So there will be a demo out on that.
Mhm.
Uh, and lastly is what I would want to say is we've been conducting these virtual hangout sessions on a daily basis. We like same thing, charity, we would want to help reach out to a lot of people, so do contribute to the so we are raising funds basically, however nominal it is. Do contribute. I think Anjana has shared the link. So these classes have been absolutely free, but we've linked it to a cause. And we do, like anybody whoever is contributing, home bakers will contribute every 10 for every single person contributing to it. So let's make it as big as possible. And this is going to go on until the April 30th, the charity bit. And
Guys,
Pink,
do support it. I think everyone need it. All those poor people, and our prime minister is doing so well, so good for our people here, citizens. So please do attend that session. Do attend other sessions. That is for your good. You are sitting at home, and still you are getting chance to get updated with so many tips and tricks and techniques. I think you should attend that sessions and others as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And we're going to unmute everybody. So Pinkle, you've received a lot of thank you messages. I haven't read them out, but we'll give the chance to the audience to say thank you directly to you. Okay?
Welcome all, and I would love to see the pictures of brownies and the feedback of this brownie too.
Okay, we're just going to unmute everybody. Just bear with me.
Yes.
Thank you, Minkle.
Thank you, ma'am.